What biases do you see?
Again, it depends on what you're watching. For example, you watch Sky at 10 a.m. versus at 10 p.m.
Different animal.
Yeah, very. And
well, what biases do you see? I know it might seem pedestrian, but let's go through them. So Sky at 10 a.m., where do they lean?
Sky at 10 a.m. Obviously depends on the presenter,
yes.
But that's general news. It's basically like
they're okay.
The ABC. Yeah, look, it's not an opinion show. It's Newsday or might be AM Agenda or First Edition.
The Sky After Dark?
Sky After Dark, it leans right. They admit that. That's not, pretentious. And people might say, oh, good on them, okay. I don't care what you think about them, but it's a matter of fact. They obviously have right-leaning presenters.
Yeah.
That usually disappears after like 11 p.m. They start to run news again. It's different on weekends. I watch a lot of Sky, okay? But yeah. I'm going to obsess over this. But anyway.
And what about other networks?
ABC, obviously, they don't have what you'd consider the daytime and the after dark schedule on the news channel. It really seems to be just the standard bulletins. At times, they can get a bit boring. I mean, with all respect to them, they're trying to fill an hour long most time with obviously no commercial breaks.
Yes.
But
boring, not biased?
Again, it depends on the report you watch, because there's shows that lean into analysis. But if I watch a standard, 11 a.m. bulletin, I don't usually think of leaning, and you will see people attacking them for being an LNP shill or an ALP shill, and that's inevitable. So yeah, it's interesting. And then obviously you look at overseas too.
Yep.
CNN, Fox, MSNBC, and then you've got some that might be even more to the extreme. Some might say One American News, Newsmax, and then it goes off there.
Who are they're on the really right side of the extreme. Who's on the left of the extreme in the US?
I mean, it depends, because CNN, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but they've tried to change their direction under new management.
Yes.
I mean,
I don't know if that's been successful. I don't watch them.
Yeah, well, they've... the ratings don't seem to be doing too well for them.
Okay.
And so, again, because people use the term liberal leftist a lot, or leftist liberal, and that can be a bit contradictory, so I don't know what some people mean there. Okay. But yeah, I think there's channels that seem to be more to the extreme than others. I don't think that CNN is like a communist news channel, news network, as some people go and claim. But that's really interesting.
Who are the left extremes, though, either in Australia or overseas?
I mean, I don't know if I'd put on the term extreme for some, at least.
Well, counterpoint to Sky News.
Counterpoint to Sky News.
Newsmax.
It's easier in the US a lot, because, again, ABC can be boring sometimes on the news channel, as much as I do watch it as well. The counterpoint to Fox News seems to more be MSNBC in the US, I think, than CNN.
Right.
CNN's trying to put themselves in the middle now. Okay. But obviously, you speak to a lot of people on the right, especially people who might be fans of Trump.
Yep.
You're not going to win that perception. It's just seems to be done for them. But that's the kind of the struggle there, and I think we've managed to avoid that because while we speak to people with all different opinions, while we have guests on from all sides.
Oh, you're talking about six?
Yeah. When we do that, but we don't have any, opinion hosts. We don't have any opinion shows.
Yes.
But we just do speak to people from all sides. We let them speak, but we also do our best to just not let blatant lies on the air. We try not to let people speak unchallenged. And that being said, we can't pick up on everything, but we do try to challenge them. We do actually ask follow-ups, because unlike maybe, an interview you might see at 9 a.m. on Sunrise, we're not timing it to go to an ad break.
Right.
We can just keep talking until we actually get the answer.
Like what we're doing now, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And that's what I like about the long-form interviews as well.
So, is there a counterpoint to Sky News in Australia on the left?
I don't think so. In terms of a proper 24/7 channel that would also run a nighttime opinion schedule that's on the left, I don't think that exists in Australia. And that's, again, just because the ABC does not have that kind of difference to Sky News. And that being said, as I said, I watch Sky News, I watch ABC, I watch Sky News After Dark, I watch ABC After Dark, whatever that is, which again is just bulletins and BBC shows. But yeah, there's no left-wing equivalent. And might I add, before people start to jump in, we are not that equivalent. We are not trying to be the left-wing balance to Sky News or the right-wing balance to the ABC, because people will say the ABC is left-wing. We are just trying to bring the news as impartially as possible to you, and that's why I think we have a good amount of followers and subscribers from all sides of politics.
You do.